This is a mock interview conducted by Forum IAS Academy at New Delhi. The interview panel includes eminent academicians, retired bureaucrats, and other luminaries. The objective of the program is to acquaint the candidate with the format and expectations of the personality test conducted by UPSC.
Let us begin with a couple of questions.
Yes, sir.
Can you briefly introduce yourself to me?
Yes, sir. So my name is Aashima Vaswani. I come from Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. I have done my graduation in electrical engineering from MAULANA AZAD National Institute of Technology. My optional subject in this examination is political science and international relations.
You have studied electronics engineering.
Electrical engineering.
So Aashima, and you've also had political science as your option.
Yes.
So what was the reason you did not take up electrical engineering? We have this as a subject.
Yes, sir. So firstly, I worked for a year, so that created a gap. And secondly, sir, the syllabus of electrical engineering is quite vast. And thirdly, sir, PSIR offers us ample subjects that overlap with general studies and prelims as well. So for the examination and cracking it, I think PSIR was a more pragmatic approach.
So Aashima, the government has said that we have achieved 100% electrification,
Yes, sir.
including rural electrification.
Yes, sir.
Now there is a catch in this statement. You can say that this statement is not fully correct. What is the catch here?
So the catch is only those households which have demanded the electricity have been supplied. So those who have not asked for the electricity have not been. So that is the difference in 100% electrification.
Some people also say that we are not capturing the actual demand.
Yes, sir.
What does this mean?
So it means that various industries do need electricity, and some areas have power deficit whereas some areas have power surplus. So bridging those gaps, we would be better able to increase the demand and the supply in the sector.
Aashima, so these days we are talking about e-vehicles.
Yes, sir.
But I'm not able to understand one thing, that current vehicles that we have use fossil fuels.
Yes, sir.
And electric vehicles, they'll use electricity.
Yes, sir.
But in the back end, the power generation is happening from fossil fuels only. What is
Yes.
the benefit of these e-vehicles?
So there are various benefits. So firstly, the grid electricity which the electric vehicles use have only 57% which is derived from fossil fuels. The rest 43% is coming from renewable. So at least we are reducing our fossil fuel consumption. And secondly, so in the future, we can definitely go for further electrification. And by setting up charging stations, we can further go for totally green electric vehicles. So this is a step in the right direction.
No,
And
charging stations anyway we'll have to put right now.
we do not have right now. Yes.
Yes, but e-vehicles anyway will consume electricity, and in the back end, you said that 57% versus 43%.
Yes,
So
sir.
at least that footprint will be reduced. That
Yes,
is
sir.
one. What is the second reason?
With regard to ecology or with regard to economy as well?
With regard to ecology.
Ecology. So in the future, we can go for 100% renewable energy driven vehicles. So that will reduce our
These are also
demand.
100%, as in these vehicles are driven by electricity.
Yes, sir.
So are you suggesting that they will be driven by some other fuel, or are you suggesting that our power generation units will become 100% renewable?
So both. So other fuels like hydrogen fuels can also be used, which will reduce our fossil fuel dependencies.
Why are we so afraid of using hydrogen as a fuel?
So the fact that hydrogen storage needs various safeguards, and it can be very combustible, and the dangers it poses while carrying and usage are the main challenges which the hydrogen based vehicles are facing.
Aashima, so if you see, long back, we tried to have hydrogen filled air balloons for air travel,
Okay, sir.
and then we gave up on it.
Okay.
Are you aware of this?
No, sir.
So there was this company. For obvious reasons, we have to give, because there was a fire accident.
Okay, sir.
This company, which was very promising, went bust. Which company am I talking about?
So I'm not aware of it.
Okay, I'll give you a hint. Some time back, a US based company came up with a report indicting one of the major industrial players of India. Which report am I talking about?
Sir, I'm not aware.
No, you are aware of it. It's a very major industrial house was indicted for malpractices or
Volkswagen?
an Indian company, a business house.
Adani Group?
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Which report am I talking about? What was the name of the report?
So, Hindenburg report on short selling.
Now, what company went bust 100 years ago?
Adani Group's company? I don't know, sir.
They did not exist back then.
Okay, sir. I'm not aware, sir.
The short seller, what was the name of the company you said?
Hindenburg.
Why did they keep their company's name Hindenburg?
I'm not aware, so I'll have to check on it.
Aashima, you have political science as an option. Tell me what is happening in Sri Lanka.
So, Sri Lanka faced economic and political crisis. So basically, their economic crisis led to the political crisis, which was already there, but it actually triggered the protest by the people, which led to the shift in the presidents and the system in Sri Lanka. And so currently, they are facing an economic crisis wherein they have issues with regard to their foreign exchange, also with regard to their energy needs, and their policies like shifting for organic also created a food crisis. So those are the major issues which Sri Lanka is facing today.
Some people say that we have two countries in our neighborhood that are facing an economic crisis. Which is the other one?
So Pakistan.
Or some people say that for structural reasons, if we try to bail out Sri Lanka, in the future, maybe it may give us the money back.
Okay.
With Pakistan, they think that it's simply not possible to recover the money once given to Pakistan. What is the reason behind?
So the relations between India and Pakistan are for once. So because as we know that Pakistan...
No, that is not the concern, Aashima. So forget about us lending them.
Okay.
The World Bank IMF lending to Pakistan versus Sri Lanka, it has more chances of recovering it. Sri Lanka is a safer bet for
Yes, sir.
World Bank IMF. Why?
So there can be various reasons to it. So firstly, Pakistan's track record. It has taken 19 bailout packages from IMF and still it is not able to repay it. And their policy of supporting terrorism has created an issue within the country. And their lack of developmental investment and the fact that 47% of their expenditure is in the defense sector also reduces the chances that Pakistan would be able to revive its economy and repay.
So you have stayed in Bhopal for some time?
Yes. So all my life
All your
almost.
life. And you studied in MAULANA AZAD National Institute of Technology.
Yes.
What was the biggest contribution of MAULANA AZAD?
So he was the first education minister and he established various colleges and universities. So for example, School of Planning and Architecture, Jamia Islamia College. And further, his idea of need of education in independent India for its development are his basic contributions.
You also like to play chess.
Yes, sir.
Can you name some famous chess players from India?
Yes, sir. Sir, so 1 minute. So one is Harnika Jornawali, second is Koneru Hampi, third is Divya Deshmukh, and there are many
How
more.
many grandmasters have we had from India?
So total 79 as of now.
When do we call someone a grandmaster?
So when they acquire a ELO rating of more than 2500 points, and there are other criteria also that they should have played at least 3 grandmasters from different countries. So such criteria if fulfilled, a person becomes a grandmaster.
All right. So some time back, a person who defeated the world's #1 chess champion admitted that he had used foul means.
Yes, sir.
Which players am I talking about here?
So Magnus Carlsen and so sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall the name. I definitely read the article.
You also like teaching students?
Yes, sir.
What is the difference between a teacher and a mentor?
So mentor is basically who inculcates with the students and communicates with them beyond the education as well. For example, in their personal life or in their professional life. So guiding them completely would be mentoring, and teaching is something which is more based on the curriculums or the academics.
So the world is going through a lot of social change. What is your opinion on legalizing same-sex marriages?
Sir, I think it is a progressive move. So because if we deny rights to a group of people only because they represent a minority section in our society would not be ethical thing to do. So, sir, I think same-sex marriage, or even if not going that far, then at least recognizing their rights by going through a civil union kind of arrangement would be a better move, because that way they can get the legal rights which are essential for the people to make their private decisions.
So you are for a civil union.
Yes, sir.
Do you think we should criminalize marital rape?
Yes, sir, I think so. So, because any form of violence, and especially a heinous crime like rape, should be criminalized no matter what may be the relation between the partners. So, as we say that even if a person goes for sexual activities in the pretext of marriage, it is also considered rape. So, why not if the two people are married? The point being, anything which goes without the consent of the individuals should be.
But don't you think there are
criminalized.
inherent challenges in it?
Definitely. So there are various challenges, and it would be very difficult to judge upon such a case. But the fact that it is difficult does not allows us to keep it
So
outside
why not cover
the.
it under domestic violence?
So it is somewhat covered in Domestic Violence Act, but the fact that the intensity of the crime varies, because we can't say rape is equivalent to domestic violence. The impact it leaves on a person cannot be equated.
Why do you want to join the civil services, Aashima?
So there are various reasons for me choosing civil services. So firstly, the fact that I wanted to contribute to the society, and secondly, I wanted to be the change that I've always thought that our society should go in a direction. So to fill in the gap, I just thought that it would be better if I join these services and take the challenge on myself. And thirdly, so the diversity and the opportunity that these services gives me to develop myself, and also the satisfaction of giving back to the society is something which makes me motivated to join these services.
All right, Aashima, last question. What does your name mean?
So my name means guardian in Arabic, and in Hindi, if we split the word, it's like Aashima, which means limitless.
Right, so have you lived up to the meaning of your name?
So the fact that I do teach to the students, so it somehow shows that I have a personality of a guardian. And secondly, so the fact that I am appearing for civil services, so I thought that I have limitless capabilities and I can definitely do it. So I think yes, I have lived by my name, and in future also I continue to do so.
Thank you, Aashima. Your interview is over.
Thank you so much, sir.